Today I'm going to talk about 5 things that I hate about my 2017 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport. Starting with number 1, the interior quality. When the cold weather hits, right now it's 29 degrees, I'm in Chicago, snow on the ground, and I think there's gonna be snowstorm tomorrow, is that the rattles in this A-pillar and sometimes in the B-pillar back there. It rattles not all the time when I drive, but when I go over like an uneven surface or go over some cracks and stuff like that, it rattles and you can hear it. But that's one thing I wish that Honda kind of paid more attention to, is the refinement in the cabin. The second thing is the steering. And I'm not talking about the steering feel, I'm talking about the ability to adjust the steering feel. Now you get cars like the Mustang, even the base Mustang I think, and I know it's not in this realm, but just an example, that you can adjust the steering wheel between comfort, sport, and track, or whatever it may be. And I think the Focus RS does that too. But I think Honda does things a little bit differently. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that the way you drive the car adapts the steering to kind of how you drive, and it makes it stiffer or not so stiffer. The third thing I don't like about this car is the exhaust tone. When you look at the car, it looks sporty, it looks fast, and it looks like it has a nice sports car sound. But when you hear it, it sounds completely stock, like any other Chevy Cruze or Ford Focus, the regular ones. It sounds exactly like them. Now granted, this is a sport model, so it does come with some aero around the body, center mounted exhaust, and actually Honda claims that because of the exhaust it adds more horsepower, which I haven't driven the other trim levels. I've only driven this one, the sport model, but I can't really say whether or not it does or doesn't bring more horsepower or feel more faster, but the exhaust sounds stock. Now, if you guys know the Launcher Sport, it comes stock with a more throatier exhaust. It even crackles and pops sometimes, and I wish that this car had that to complement how the body looks. There's different opinions about how this car looks. Some people say it looks overdone, but to me, I like it. It stands out from the rest. It stands out from the normal. Honda, in my opinion, did a good job styling this car. Now there are some angles where this car could look a little better, but for the most part, I like it. It looks like something special, even though it's a $23,000 car. Number 4. Number 4 for me would have to be the gauge cluster in this car. Specifically for the sport model comes with more of an analog, and then they have like a circle LCD screen that displays your miles per hour, your miles per gallon. Pretty basic. But the trims above, like the EX, EXL, Sport Touring, come with the digital display, which I happen to like because this car is turbocharged, and then that digital display, it displays like the boost pressure and all that stuff, and I wish that this car came with it. Number 5 is the tire pressure monitoring system. Now anyone who owns a 10th gen Civic on any platform, whether it's sedan, the coupe, the hatchback, and I think maybe the Type R, I'm not sure. But anyways, sometimes, not all the time, but at least for me not all the time, but when you hit a pothole or on accident or anything like that, and it kind of messes the rotation of any wheel, sometimes your tire pressure monitoring system light will go on and it'll say your tire's running low or whatever, but in reality it's not. And that's the 5 things that I hate about the 2017 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport. Now if you guys like this video, leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.